doesn't quite like me. I like it when my chords move chromatic and being, 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 quite like me.
Yo. What's going on, everyone? How's it going? What's up, Tomboy? Rare single chromatically iteration. Yeah, I was a little bit behind today, so I had to, not trying to slack off here. Let's get straight to business. Wrapped up a good production sesh with Noxel. Nice. Did I see you guys doing that in the Haywyre Discord potentially? Yeah, there's a little icon I hadn't seen before, or maybe just not noticed before. Nice. That's cool. What kind of genre is it? Also today my live stream says the connection is excellent, so I don't know I don't know what the deal is, but yo, country rhythm. What's up, Chairbor? How's it going? You got a question? Oh, you didn't hear the alert audio? Oh no, not this again. Interesting. I did restart my computer. I wonder if control audio via OBS. What's up, Hottie? How's it going? Chairboard. You redeemed a question to ask me when. Am I missing something here, or Sunday is going pretty good so far, yeah. What's up, R&D RPM? How's it going? When? That's an interesting question. Now. My answer is now. Curious, what camera are you using for stream? This is the Osmo DJI. Why? How? These are all great questions. Had a pre-rehearsal cable plugging fest tech trial test yesterday. What does that mean? I had a really awesome Friendsgiving yesterday, with some people that live in our neighborhood. It was a great time. It's interesting sometimes, getting older, staying staying close, having like close-knit social circles can be a little bit more difficult sometimes. Looks great, thank you. I'm actually really happy to hear that. Um, I've been struggling with the quality, I think, of the visual aspect of the stream a little bit. But that makes me happy to hear that. It's kind of crazy actually. So one of the people at the Friendsgiving I was just talking about, basically we had met some of these people through my fiance who used to work as a bar manager a little bit further north from Milwaukee, and she befriended one of the new coworkers, and it turns out that they knew my music. So neither of them work at this place anymore, and they invited us to the Friendsgiving, and it was kind of hilarious. We were in this like social environment, eating lots of good food, drinking some wine, and every so often I would hear like one of my tracks come on. I would like look over at them, and they'd be like, "Yep, yeah, we're playing your music right now." I was joking around. I was like, "Yes, give me the 0.003 cents," or is it 0.0003? I forget. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's not really an exact science. But, you know, it's in the fraction category. I'm curious how the camera handles lower light. Looks like you have overheads on. Yeah, I have several lights on in here right now. Well, the neon sign kind of counts because it does help a bit. But yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 light sources, a little bit of natural light coming in here. I find that in low light it struggles a lot. It seems like a camera that does particularly well like outdoors, and yeah. I don't know if struggles is the right way to put it, but I'm also no expert by any means when it comes to videography and fine-tuning settings on cameras, so not my field of expertise. That's dope that your music preceded you. Yeah, it is kind of random because I'm a pretty kind of niche artist, and I've had some success over the years, but not anywhere close to enough to kind of like have to count on running into random people and them knowing my music. You know, this only happened a handful of times, but yeah, it was pretty funny, flattering obviously too. What's up, Shatters Mellow? My fingers warmed up a little bit. By the way, do you have sheet music of some sort to keep track of the ideas you've got going on for the album so far? That's actually a funny thing you bring that up because, I think I misread what you said, but I I do struggle to like organize. It's turning into such a ridiculously large project, and so right now I was actually gonna try to look at my track listing for the album because I have an idea of roughly how many tracks it's gonna be now. It's probably gonna be around 20, and there's a possibility, plus or minus like 2 or 3 tracks. I really like a lot of the songs, but like I know that for me to get them to a point where I'm really excited about them, it's gonna take so much time that I just don't know if I have the bandwidth to do. I don't know. Maybe I'll just like lock in and get some kind of flow state going, and I'll just be able to finish everything. Yeah, I mean, so I think some of my organization methods include Notion. I've started using that for creating like a database uh, for these tracks, and so I have like a place where whenever I have a track that I'm like, oh, I really like where this is going. This is going to be on the album. Then I have one place to go to for all of the most important stuff, so like lyrics, reference tracks, reference images in terms of like art, and if it's going to be a single on the album, obviously that can help with a direction for single art and that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, I found that to be pretty useful, and I also use I was using Disco for a while. I know that that's kind of like an industry standard in like the sync world. And Disco is pretty cool because you can have like nested versions, which I liked a lot. It's I'm not sure what Milanote is, but Notion is kind of like it's kind of like a note app, a very in-depth note app. But I like it a lot. The database function of it is pretty cool. It's kind of like a combination of like Google Docs, Google Sheets, and like Evernote. It's kind of like a combination of all those things. You use Notion for school, nice, yeah. I'm still not like I've kind of integrated it into most of what I do, but I'm not 100% sure if it's like if it'll be a long-term thing. But yeah, so one thing I just started doing over this weekend is I started arranging all of the tracks I want in the album, some of the latest versions, and just trying to like play around with all the files in some kind of order to start seeing like how the flow of the entire album could work. And it is interesting. That's a whole challenge in and of itself, and I think that I'd rather think about that as I'm writing the songs versus like finishing all the songs and then being like, okay, what order should they go in? Because I think it's way more fun to adjust the writing of the album songs in order for them to kind of fit a certain way together. There are some drawbacks to that, like with the twofold albums. I did that, and depending on what kind of transitions you're doing between the songs, you can it can be harder to enjoy a track outside of the context of the album potentially. But it's a pretty minor thing in my mind. Like if I think about like Do You Don't You, the end of that has like this reverse reverb that's supposed to go straight into Memory, I think. And that sounds kind of weird if you're just listening to that track on its own. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Obsidian is one I've heard of as well, yeah. I have a weird superstition with being too organized. What do you mean? I think having that figured out might give some direction for the tracks. Yeah, and it's also helping me see a lot of things in a new light. I might just play a little bit more piano here and keep getting my creative brain warmed up. I was gonna bust out a cone sound loop. Where are these at? Because yeah, I was gonna just try to get the brain juices flowing, and then I'm gonna look into this kind of like track listing Ableton project file and take a look at that. Let's see. Let me see if GHIJK. Yes, I am doing the alphabet right now. I had a decent amount of wine last night. It was seven of us, and we finished 7 bottles of wine over the course of like, what was it, like 6 hours? So, the European in me made an appearance last night drinking that much wine. It was a bit excessive, but it was just fun. Honestly, we just don't really have many social gatherings like that anymore, so we're just having a good time. We're playing Exploding Kittens. I hadn't played it before. It was pretty fun. Let's see, drum loops. Man, Cohen sound are so sick. All right, let's go to 172 and let's use that drum loop, and maybe let's just tighten the transients a tiny bit. Whoa, what the hell? Why did it warp like that? There we go. Album feedback stream. It is a little bit aggressive. I wish it was kind of a tiny bit softer. So my brain is still kind of like getting back into gear. Let me chug some more of this coffee. All right. I mean, okay, we could maybe start at a different BPM. That's going to be more forgiving. I've also started another reason why I like Notion 2 is because I like throwing down all these random ideas that I have for the album, you know, like marketing, like campaign ideas, or like I mean, even like working titles. I just can't lock in on a name. Like I have some names that I really like, but it's not, none of it feels like it is a perfect match yet. I'm trying to build it from the bottom up. So I'm not like saying, you know, this is the album title, and now let me figure out how to fit all the songs under that conceptual umbrella. It's more of the opposite. It's like, oh, look, you know, here's all these songs I've written. What's the common thread? Like, and I'm trying to approach it like that. But all right. We did a CS Source game last night. Nice. Beers have been consumed. I mean, that is a fantastic game. I feel like to consume beer too. So I don't blame you. It's kind of a fun little riff, chord progression riff thing. I appreciate the compliment, but man, I feel so rusty. It's crazy. I do have been having some issues again with my wrist, unfortunately. But I think this time around they're a little bit different. they're not as severe. So hopefully it's something that I can figure out a way to manage. It's been more like a snapping sensation. My fiance was telling me it's possible I just have some scar tissue from my injury, and it kind of flares up sometimes, and then I get this pain and like snapping sensation, but it's pretty subtle. Anyways, it's making me paranoid about like practicing a lot again. Let's try to create some kind of serum patch here. My partner plays the piano and had the same thing. Oh, really? He restrained a new sustainable, retrained a sustainable way to play. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to figure out something similar. I think. Kind of like picturing like something kind of like this, but really with some resonance in there. Let's do something like that. Let's get some multi-band dynamics. And maybe a little bit of reverb. We can do an envelope, or no, let's do retrigger. Or free, actually. Okay. We got a new follower. Yo, thank you for the follow, Pointless Pixel. Yeah, let's try something like that. Maybe let's add a little bit of vintage verb here. some kind of simple bass patch in here. Probably just throw in Trillion. I'm really enjoying having Trillion available again. Damn, I want to hear Haywyre's renditions of classical pieces. I would love that too. I gotta get my dexterity back up again before I do something like that. It's a little bit, tiny bit too much. I've been really enjoying, I think it's the Patitucci. I'm not familiar with who that is, but yeah, listen to that. It's got this like nice little transient. It's really nice. Let's record something. What was that? Huh. Okay, maybe not that. That whatever that was is not very good either. Yeah, let's go like that. I almost played the lick, not quite. How would it sound if you transpose it up 2 semitones? I'd be interested. Let's try it. Let's get rid of some of the low end in this patch. Maybe we could create a. I'm thinking maybe let's change this patch a tiny bit. And let's get rid of some of that distortion. I'm kind of starting to picture more of a like a slightly more sustained version. So where's this automation? Okay, so let's go to Hertz. Maybe we could just do like 3 chord hits like that, and then try to alter the sound a bit more. I'm gonna do it with the drums though. Maybe some hyper. We could add a little bit of a delay, maybe. Some of this stereo in the low end. I didn't quite get that last one right, but I think it was what's the timing there? Kind of a weird little random improv there, but anyways, beautiful. Thank you, Delansky. Appreciate it. Coffee shop at the virtual beach. When do your melodic ideas stem from? That's a good question. Who do you cite? Man, there's a lot of influences there. I mean, I think just straight off the top of my head, when it comes to like genres, it's probably a bit easier as for a starting point. But definitely a lot of growing up listening to a lot of jazz and classical music, and my parents did love listening to certain types of pop rock. They played a lot of Beatles growing up, and like Cream, and stuff like that. They did play some reggae too, but that's never really been a huge influence for me. But yeah, I guess specifics like Brad Mehldau, and like I love Rachmaninoff and Brubeck. Yeah, there's a lot, but I'm not sure if it's necessarily like a conscious thing. Like those are all inspirations to me. I don't know if it's like a conscious effort that I do to like quote. I don't really think I quote materials from those inspirations, but I just love that stuff, and I know that it influences my music on some level. Anyways, let's switch over to the album playlist here. I'm gonna try to take a little look at where things are at. I'm also gonna turn on this fan and take off this sweater because I'm getting kind of warm. All right, let's see where we're at. So here's kind of like, this isn't in a particular order quite yet. But this is more or less where things are at currently. So, intro piece of some kind. I do think I want to kind of continue that tradition with my albums. But what kind of intro, I'm not 100% sure. I did start this idea on stream the other day that I thought could be a good candidate. We'll see. I think I pitched it down. Oh, wow. So like something. I don't know if it's gonna be that, but hold on, y'all. I just realized that I think I injured my finger a little bit playing piano. I'm pulling an Yngwie Malmsteen here, but I'm literally bleeding from my finger. All right. Sorry about that. It's pretty sure that's a first. I was like looking at the keyboard. I was like, man, when did this get so dirty? And it's literally just my finger bleeding on my keys. That's kind of gross. I'm playing too much. No, I don't know. I don't know why that happened. Okay. Anyways. But Forgery is coming together really nice. I think Forgery could be a good second track to the album. But basically, there's a lot of material that's starting to shape up in like kind of like a broody, kind of melancholic, introspective, darker vibe. That's what I'm getting from a lot of the tracks so far. Clearing Storm actually isn't in here at the moment. We'll see. We'll see. It might have a place somewhere else, like outside of the album, but this was a pretty rough sketch with a new direction, slightly new direction. Pretty much the same song.
Tried on so many faces, new one for each situation. Don't seem to mind all the changes, but it's causing a little confusion. Maybe it's all catching up to me, 'cause I don't think I know who I should be. So make room for who I'm becoming. Is it a forgery, an imitation? Is it a copy, a replication? Is it just counterfeit, a simulation? Can't stop pretending being somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody else. Can't stop pretending being somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody else. Stop pretending being somebody else. Tried on so many faces, new one for each situation. Don't seem to mind all the changes, but it's causing a
Yeah, so then it's kind of like, this is just the same verse, but I'll end up writing another one. I think I actually already did. I just haven't recorded it yet.
Is it just counterfeit, a simulation? Can't stop pretending being somebody else. Somebody else. Somebody else. Can't stop pretending being somebody else. Can't stop pretending, 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 can't stop pretending being somebody else.
And then, yeah, that feels like it could be a good, like, first full, like, song on the album. I was thinking Fade Away next could be cool, but I kind of created a new sketch from that one, from that idea, some new vocals, and the, I don't really know what to do with the drop. quite yet for this song. But this is like a super
I was hearing voices, wasn't sure if they're mine.
really bare bones sketch.
I was seeing choices, wasn't sure if they're right. Always on my shoulder, whispering to my mind. Something looming over, a feeling I'll describe.
Anyways, that one needs a lot of work still. Even though I like the vocal take, everything else is kind of like still TBD. And then I think like I think it'd be nice to switch up the vibe a little bit to, you know, kind of like darker tracks that still have a good like they're both of these tracks are kind of dark and broody, which is kind of like the vibe of the album, I'm realizing, but there are some tracks in here that are a bit more uplifting too, and just like energetic. So I don't want those to be like hidden too deep into the album. So I think at some point I'd like to have like a track like this in the somewhere early on too. Yeah, Gone for Good is another one I should consider finding a place for in here.
Right now.
Like all these tracks are there's something about them that I like, and I think that with some tender love and care they can get to a point where they're really really special. But yeah, they're very much not at that point quite yet. Like this track too, like Palette Cleanser, this is gonna be like an interlude song, but I really like it. It's kind of, it feels a little bit random compared to like the vibe of a lot of the other songs. But I like conceptually, I remember when I was working on Twofold, I remember being so relieved because I was like, man, the theme of the song is opposites, or sorry, the theme of the album is opposites. So it's like I feel like I can conceptually get away with doing some pretty random stuff, like switching up the genre a lot. Like there was a lot of kind of like darker stuff, and then there's things like I think it was Memory that was like really funky and upbeat, and yeah. But I remember thinking to myself that conceptually it was nice to be able to work with that theme. And now, different album, different ideas. But hopefully there's a way for me to pull off these kind of random vibe switches and still have it feel like it makes sense with the overall overarching themes. I really love Moment in Memory. Thank you. But yeah, so just to give you guys an idea, let's see. So that's an intro, Forgery, Fade Away, this Four to the Floor track. There's Superpower.
Truthfully, what I see speaks to me. I'm pulling my strings like a symphony.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What is this? Oh, right. Okay. That one's really short. Anyways, you guys get the idea. It's pretty easy to get up to the 20 track mark. I think that I want this track from the sketch journal from earlier this month somewhere towards the end of the album. It's got a little bit of like a taiko energy to it. It's really soft and gentle. But yeah, right now I think a lot of the ideas, the bare bones are there. I just think that like, I need to. I want to inject more, kind of like chaos into a lot of these ideas, and it's something that really embodies the Haywyre ethos more. I love a lot of the more like listener friendly elements, I guess, like in terms of, you know, incorporating more raw vocals and stuff. I really am enjoying that, but I want to create more just kind of like craziness and unexpectedness in the tracks. I feel like I can sense that in some ways I'm playing it a little bit safe in some of the ideas so far. But yeah, I don't really know what the point was of opening this necessarily. It's not like I just wanted to take a look and try to understand if there's anything specific. I'm gonna have to open this up like every day for the next few months, to help me understand where to go from here, how to get the track list right, what the track list should even be to begin with. Speaking of which, actually, Gone for Good, I was trying to figure out what to do with that track, but I think I will. That could be a great track to have on the album. I'm a little concerned about using my voice so much. Like in past Haywyre albums. I mean, it's been 10 years, so, you know, it's kind of like my fault for not having more albums kind of leading up to this. But I think that it's still going to be pretty true to the Haywyre sound. I don't think it's going to be like that. Some like shocking deviation from what I would normally do. But I'm just gonna real quick, let's see, where is my professional music projects, music renders, there we go. I'm gonna find a version of Gone for Good to use and throw in here. I think the chaos would work with the theme of the record, because there's a lot of mental tug of war lyrically. Yeah, definitely. And that like part of the some of the ideas I was playing with. I mean, there's a lot of the themes in the album so far are kind of like you know, contradictions and like mortality and identity and acceptance, and it's kind of like this fighting against human nature but also accepting it at the same time. And I think that that's a big part of that's like the emotion and the feeling behind a lot of the songs. And like some stuff about like kind of predeterminism too, like Superpower, the lyrics were kind of inspired by this book called Behave by Robert Sapolsky, and he kind of details how much of our lives are predetermined. He's a little bit of a it's a bit of his perspective is a bit controversial, actually. There's another book he released or published rather. What was it called? It's not Behave. It's basically it's a book debunking free will, and it's I don't know enough about human physiology to, you know, be able to dive into detail for everything that he talks about. And I didn't even listen to the whole book. I bought the audiobook, but there's so many interesting aspects or like considerations I hadn't thought of before in terms of like how much of our behaviors are basically predetermined, not just based on like things that I had thought about before, obviously like genetics and environmental factors and that kind of stuff, but on a like more detailed level 2, and how easily our perspectives and decisions are influenced by various factors outside of our control. So anyways, superpowers kind of playing around with that. But yeah, what was I doing? Oh yeah, Gone for Good. Let me grab Gone for Good. I had a version that I thought was sounding pretty good from the Wave show this year, so let me throw that in here somewhere. But yeah, the track list is gonna be really tricky to get right. Knowing how to switch up the vibe. It's gonna be interesting. What's up, Sticky Hands? How's it going? Super cool topics to make music about. Huge spectrum of thoughts grow from them. Yeah, for sure. They're just thoughts and ideas and things that occupy my mind a lot, for better or for worse. But okay, we got Gone for Good in here as well now. Let's get rid of the warp. There we go. We can definitely revisit this.
It wasn't my choice, but here I am. I see the light, see the shine, and I see the glow. So why don't we just make the most of what we got here? I know it won't be long before we're gone for good from here. It wasn't my choice, but here I am.
But vocals definitely need to be redone. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of kind of diving deeper into the track. I think I also need to make sure that, there are a few requirements for me, I think, to feel really excited about the album. And one of them, too, is to have like a little bit more of like a mix identity, if that makes sense. Like, I think I want the songs to have a consistent like sonic aesthetic. And I do want to draw from a lot of electronic music because I love EDM, but yeah, it's gonna take me some time to figure that out. Sun Squabby is cool, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to find this, like, for this one, I'm trying to find a balance between, like, the, this kind of, like, almost R&B hip-hop type feel, that then draws from like some bass sound design elements. I think the drop is sounding pretty terrible right now. Hold on. Haven't heard it in a while. I think it could be cool. It just needs a lot of TLC. But yeah, I like the idea of kind of marrying these like R&B, like really smooth, silky. With some like bass elements. Yeah, and there's sketches like this. This was made, I think, in one day. There's something about it that I feel like it could work. Appreciate it here for this. There's a track from a show you played a few years ago. Felt like a dubstep beat and had some lyrics like "Between You and Me." Oh yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Delansky. You know, it's funny. Funny you say that. It's funny you say that, Delansky, because I was just revisiting those vocals. Funny enough, that was an old version of White Lie that you're talking about. But I have the vocals. I created this like super quick sketch using those vocals just to see, I don't know, I was just experimenting with it. But I do like the vocals from that old version a lot, and none of it was used in the final version of White Lie. So I was thinking about making another track with that vocal, because I really like that phrase, what I could say, what I could do. That with a little bit of format shifting, it sounds really cool. Whoa. It's like 2017 future bass stuff. I think I would probably take a different direction than that, but I do like the vocals enough to consider doing something with it. But this is the problem I'm having. It's like, yeah, it's great to see potential in a track, but I'm spreading myself really thin if I'm gonna want to get this many tracks sounding good on the album. Hold on, I just realized there's a track twice in here. Let's get rid of that. Euphoria. Yeah, this idea. Well, this one's make believe. This one's gonna be cool. That one's gonna be fun. That little hip hop interlude, which I think I'm gonna name something other than Be Right Back. Actually, I was gonna name this, or wait, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, I also found a version of Layman's Love that I'm considering incorporating into the album. I'd have to make it again from scratch, I think, because I don't know where the project file is. But hold on, I'm curious actually. I was looking for it the other day and I couldn't find it, but let me take a quick look. So this is 0803 2022. Oh wait, this might be it right here. The vocals are terrible, so
Too scared of dying, not much room for living. Too afraid of trying, not much will be given. Might feel like there's too much resistance sometimes. You'll make it through alright. If you only reach so far. Layman's Layman's
it's not that bad, but yeah, it would need a lot of work. There's some stuff about it that I like. That little like synth riff kind of sticks with me. I think I could create some more interesting sound design than that, though. It feels a little generic. But yeah, let's keep looking here. So let's see how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 22, maybe an outro, 23. And out of those, I wonder how many of these are kind of like a little bit darker. So we got Forgery, Fade Away, Superpower, What Would It Take, Make Believe. Those are dark. Layman's Love, maybe 6. My Time Is Coming, 7. That one's a bit on the darker side. 7, 8. What's this one? You know what? It's actually not 8 out of 23 being like a bit dark. On the darker, like broody, introspective side. That's not that bad. I thought there was going to be way more tracks than that. That are a bit darker. This could be 2 albums. Yeah. That's an interesting point. I don't know that I want to split it up into 2. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, it's about a third of the album then that would be kind of like that harmonic minor, like darker kind of vibe. And then there's only like 3, I think there's 3 what are they called? Not like filler pieces, but interludes and things like that of that nature. There's an intro, it's palette cleanser. There's whereas intro, palette cleansers, this track. I think I'm gonna name this one Coming Home instead of Be Right Back, because there's this little vocal phrase in there that I really love, and I actually think that it's kind of perfect in my mind calling it that, because it feels like coming home to a style that kind of started the Haywyre project. So I kind of like it. You can like hear it in the background. It's not easy to hear, but yeah, I think I might name it that instead. So that's the third filler, like interlude type piece, and then there'll be an outro. So that's four 4 out of 23 tracks. Although I don't have to have an outro. I could just, I don't know that I'll actually do that 100%. Coming home. I didn't realize that's the vocal phrase, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's not easy to hear it. Hard to cut a good tune, but whatever you gotta do. Yeah. Do a Skrillex and release both at once. Well, at that point, why even separate them into 2 different albums, you know? But yeah, that's interesting. Okay, well, hold on. I hadn't like thought of it in that way yet. I thought most of the tracks were a bit darker, but then so we got a good chunk of like more upbeat stuff then, or like I have like a certain style of a certain vibe of you know, future bass that I tend to do, kind of like ever changing and reverie with like breaking and stuff. I've got some songs that are kind of in that vein, like this track. Yeah, it's pretty rough sounding still, but I think we can. This will probably be included. But yeah, there's some tracks like this on here that are a little bit more like upbeat, uplifting. And then there's kind of stuff that's like a little bit more on the funky, almost like funky house side. So there's this track which has been unnamed for literally like 4 years, close to 5 years now. That's crazy. Mentally, I will always associate Coming Home with the BRB visuals. I know. Yeah, that one's whoa. But yeah, there's this one. There's a couple other kind of like funkier tracks on here. This one, okay, just bear with me. There's something in here that I really like. It's not sounding too good yet, but I think there's some potential here. This intro's kind of whatever, but there's a yeah. I'm still gonna fix these vocals, but something like this.
I can make this right on my own. I can take this vibe on my own. I can make this vibe on my own. I can make it slide on my own. I can get by fine on my own. When I got this vibe on my own, I can get this vibe.
I'm like running out of breath because I was like, I just hit record and just started like saying stuff. I'm like just blabbering, but I actually really like the there's something about like it's super intense auto tune, like borderline like rapping, but like the whole energy. I want it to be kind of like yeah, on my own, like just having the confidence to like I can do it all, you know. But that's kind of the energy I was having when I was just like riffing off the top of my head, and like the vibe of the track was giving me that feel. So super rough, but I think there's some potential there. Anyways, so that's the second track that's got like a little bit of a funky element to it. And what else we got? For Granted, obviously also super funky. And there's this jazzy house track, which I don't really know how to keep working on this. It's kind of... like there's something there. I just don't know how to make it pop quite yet. That was kind of funky too. Gone for Good is funky too. Yeah, there's actually a good amount of like more upbeat stuff in here too. I like that. I thought it was going to be a bunch of really dark stuff, which is kind of true, but Yeah, and Keep It Moving. This one has gone through a bunch of renditions, none of which sound very good. I tried a few different approaches, and nothing really made me happy. But yeah, okay. Anyways, I love blabbering about the album tracks. Like, not a single one of these tracks is finished, but some of them feel closer than others. Like Forgery, I feel like I could sit down, spend like, if I spent like 15 hours, just 20 hours just working on Forgery, I feel like I could finish it. Yeah. I don't think there's, yeah. But then again, like I'm trying to think, like, if I can get the songs to like 90%, that's probably the way to do it, is to just develop them until they're really close to being done, like 95%, and then move on to the next one. And then at the very end, I can leave open a little bit of room for flourishes and final touches to create like consistency between all the tracks or something. I understand the desire for perfectionism, but please don't let it be the enemy of good. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that. Oh my God, where is Head First? You're so right, Delansky. God damn it. Dude. Oh. I'm just not... I'm going to have to eliminate the concept of sleep from my vocabulary for some time, I think. There's no way I'm going to finish this much material. Oh, God. But yeah, where is Head First? Where is that track? Dude, I can't believe I forgot about this tune. Not that it's that incredible or anything, but I did want to include this in the album. Don't know where, but we will have it in there somewhere. Just throw it here for the time being. I forgot, where was this at? How are things sounding here? Is this old? This might be old. Hold on. Let me open this folder and take a look. Wow, imagine I didn't read that message from Delansky and I just never included that track. Let's see. Hidden benefit of streaming. You will actually be able to include all the ideas you create on your album. Maybe that is the most recent version, I guess. This track is a great example, I think, of like the idea is good. It just needs a lot of tender love and care. Do it again. I'm not convinced this is the most recent version, but nice thing is I've taken quite some time away from a lot of these other ideas. I haven't touched this in a while. Maybe I should just start opening and start bouncing around between these project files and getting some things going. Instead of just sitting here and talking about all this. Yeah, the whole intro is different. Yeah, I thought so too. Let's take a look. What was it called? I think I put it in this folder back when I naively assumed I would still be able to finish the album in 2025. Oh, look at that. There's like 5 more versions since that render. So let's open this and see where things are at with Head First. I don't think I'm going to name it that, but it's easier than calling it 05/18/2024 open bracket 09/21/2022 close bracket _. We'll just call it Head First for now. Oh yeah, the routing is different on my new system here. Here we go. Let's check it out. Don't really like this. Let's try to get rid of that synth. I'm just not really feeling that. Let's see. Where's the low end coming from? Okay. Let's just start experimenting a little bit with some patches and see if anything draws our attention. I know if I ever look back, I can find plenty went bad. I can tell you right now that there's plenty things I don't understand. I know if I ever look back, I can find plenty went bad. I can tell you right now that there's plenty things I don't understand. I know if I ever look back, I can find plenty went bad. I can tell you right now that there's plenty things I don't understand. I know if I ever look back, I can find plenty went bad. Kind of reminds me of some of those like early 2000s gaming system startup sounds. Could be kind of an interesting approach. Let's just record it. I think I need to get for this album to work, I definitely need to just be able to move quicker. Less second guessing. So why don't we try to I think let's mute the drums, these intro drums for the time being. And let's start right around here. Let's get rid of this, get rid of this. I'm basically gonna get rid of everything except for that little vocal thing repeating in the background. So let's start from here. Wait. I was vibing out. I don't want these all this like low end sound design. Let's go like this. Let's get rid of all the drums. Okay, let's start over. Need to get back into the zone. I like that. I'm kind of thinking maybe let's extend this. Let's go like this. Delete all that. Let's quantize some stuff. I'll probably end up trying to look around and delete some stuff as well. Maybe not right away.
I know if I ever look back. I know if I ever look back.
Sorry about the clicking. I think my I think there's enough going on in this project file to kind of create some artifacts apparently.
I know if I ever look back. I know if I ever look back, I could find plenty went bad. I can tell you right
PS2, yeah.
there's plenty things I don't understand. I know if I ever look back, I could find plenty went bad. I can tell you right now that there's plenty things I don't understand. Some things I won't regret, no matter what anyone says. And I feel my heart trembling, 'cause I know that I will do it again.
Okay, I want this chord, this cluster chord to continue. And kind of hearing that one nest bass. What is it called? The Arnold, I'm pretty sure. Let's get rid of these violin sounds for the time being. Is there a vocal chop I had here? Ooh, maybe I could vocal. Hold on. I'm starting to think of what to do here.
Know that I will do it again.
Let's quantize that.
Know that I would do it again.
Do I still have a vocoder somewhere? I've got a pitch monster. I want to vocode some of these lyrics. Hold on.
Never look back, I could find plenty went bad. Heart trembling, cause I know that I would do it again.
Let's grab that little I'm just gonna bounce this because I'm probably gonna redo these vocals anyways, but let's grab this and let's create a layer here to vocode some do some vocoding. We'll just repeat this one phrase a bunch of times and oh, interesting. So this must have been a carrier for a vocoder at some point. So we can just use that. And where is the vocoder? Have I not put it on my favorites yet? I don't think I have. Go to audio effects. Wow. That's crazy. I feel like I betrayed myself by not having favorited that yet. So sense only, we'll take the carrier from external 10 serum. Boom bap. All right. It's gonna sound terrible at first.
I would do it, then I would do it again, and then I would do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again.
Although I think that the phrasing should be different. Do it again, downbeat. So maybe like this.
Do it again, and then I would.
Or know that I would do it.
Then I would do it again.
Do it again. Do it again. Is it like here?
I would do it again.
Or was it? I guess maybe it was already right before.
Do it again, and then I would do.
I think it was right actually. Hold on. Let's go like this.
Do it again, 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 do it again.
Oh, this is off. That's why. I was wondering what was going on. Let's just simplify this bass line a bit. I was wondering what was going on. It's tripping me out. Save your work? Ah, grazie. Grazie, grazie. 61, that is so unnecessary. 61 versions.
I would do it again, do it again, and I would do it again, and then 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 I would do it again, 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 do it again,
Let's go back to the intro here for a moment.
I know if I ever look back, I could find plenty went bad. I could tell you right now that there's plenty that haven't worked right, no what I went anyone says. And now I feel my heart trembling, 'cause I know that I would do it again.
Does that fit with this? This kind of feels like it could be a good writing for like more of a middle section, not necessarily an intro. I'm not sure. But maybe that's not the sound design. Maybe it's just the chord progression.
I know if I ever look back, I could find anywhere back. I can tell you right now that there's plenty of things I don't understand. I know if I ever look back, I could find anywhere back. I can tell you right now that there's plenty of things I don't understand. I know if I ever look back, I could find anywhere back. I can tell you right now that there's plenty of things I don't understand. Some things haven't worked right, no matter what anyone says. And now I feel my heart trembling, 'cause I know that I would do it again.
What the hell? Oh, I was still working on this, I think. Maybe I can just cut it like that, though, and not just have this entire section here. I thought it might be cool, but maybe not for the beginning of the song.
I know if I ever look back, I could find anywhere back. I can tell you right now that there's plenty of things I don't understand. Some things haven't worked right, no matter what anyone says. And now I feel my heart trembling, 'cause I know that I would do it again.
For some reason, I thought I would telephone EQ just this one little moment. Okay, and then maybe we just jump right. You guys ever accidentally combine two words when you're talking? I think I was about to say straight and right in the same word. It sounds like it could be a word, actually, straight. straight up. Oh yeah, I mix up words all the time. I think we go from drop straight into the next verse. So, but I don't like this. This has those old synths in here. Where are they though? My God, this is such a mess. This project file. Let's go here. Let's get rid of those synths, I think. I'm not crazy about them. But where are they? There they are. Okay. I think I am just gonna delete them.
I could tell you right now that there's plenty things I don't understand. I could find plenty if I ever look back. I could find plenty way back. I could tell you right now that I know if I ever look back.
You know what? Kind of like that. Hold on, let's fix that. I don't understand. Things I would regret, don't wanna what says. I feel my heart trembling, 'cause I know that I'll do it again. Let's quantize this. I know if I ever look back, I could find plenty way back. I could tell you right now that there's plenty things I don't understand. Some things I would regret, don't wanna what says. And I feel my heart trembling, 'cause I know that I'll do it again. Okay. And then there's this bridge section, which I'm not sure how I feel about. I know if I ever look back, I could find plenty way back. I could tell you right now that there's plenty things I don't understand. Some things I would regret, don't wanna what says. And I feel my heart trembling, 'cause I know that I'll do it again. Okay, hold on. Where is that piano in the background? What is going on? Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Huh. I'm still thinking about the structure of this song. Maybe it's moving too quickly. I think like this bridge section is cool, but I don't think I think it comes a little bit too early. It's almost like maybe I should have kept that post drop section after all. I wonder how a 4 on the floor beat would sound in the first half of the second drop. That's an interesting thought. I think it could sound cool. I just think that 4 to the floor at 80 BPM might be hard to make interesting sounding, like rhythmically.
Feel my heart trembling 'cause I know that I'll do it again.
There's tons of, I love the tension there. I'm loving that. I mean, it's just a dominant 5, but it feels really, really good. I'm trying to think about. Ooh, okay. I have an idea. Let's add maybe like. This might be overkill, but where is that scoop? The string scoop. Where is that? Oh, I think it's right here. Yeah. Okay. Let's get rid of the Foley during this transition. Yeah, I think if we just extend it a tiny bit like that, it'll be cool. We could start with just the piano playing that riff there. So why don't we record starting from here? There's a bit of latency right now because of the Pro L on the master, but we'll just try to keep it moving. I don't know, that's probably... I'm gonna have to compose something specific, not just randomly play an arpeggio there. There's just like, there's so much energy there. I really want to do something crazy there, but I don't know what exactly. Let's do a scoop again. A couple times there. I don't know about that kalimba thing. Where is that layer? I think it's this. Love the sound, but I don't think that's the vibe there. I'm just gonna save it real quick because I like having the kalimba ready to go for future projects. Patches, yeah, I'll just throw it in here. But yeah, let's delete that. That's not really fitting the vibe. What the hell is this? There's so much random stuff in here. Sounds like some rusty shit right there. Actually, wait, this is kind of off topic. I know I was just doing the bridge stuff, but that kind of gave me an idea for the intro. Where are the drop chords? Oh, they're rendered to audio. Interesting. Why did I do that? I'm gonna just Control J these chords. I think I'm gonna try to slice them. Hold on. Let's go. What am I doing? Slice to new MIDI track. Transient? Yeah, sure. Should be good enough. Let's see. Is there any way to put in a little bit of the vocal back for that pre-drop? That's a good point. It does feel weird to not have that be somewhere. I'm definitely gonna hold that thought. I was kind of enjoying that. Yo, thank you for the follow, JFred. Maybe we can. Let's see. Why isn't it doing Huh, shouldn't it be moving backwards, not just forwards? Or am I tripping here? Maybe that's not what that setting means. Anyways, I did kind of like what I was doing before, though, so let me go back to those settings real quick. Like these little stabs. Let's try that.
If I ever look back, I can find anywhere back. I can tell you right now that there's plenty things I don't understand. Some things I would work right, no whatever that it says. I never feel my heart trembling, 'cause I know that I would do it again.
Okay, I'm kind of thinking that this build could be more interesting with chord stabs like that instead of just these fully sustained held chords. So maybe I can. Let's try. Okay, cool. Yeah. And then let's bounce this in place. And try to do something similar. We'll slice it to MIDI. Boom bap. Huh, why did it slice this one like that? That's kind of cool. I'm kind of curious. Maybe I could mute the that low end for the time being. It's actually just the cellos in the low end. Should be an easy Okay, let's get rid of that for the time being. Okay, let's try it. Okay, I think we'll have to remove more layers because this is still not as forward in the mix as I would like. Oh, never mind. I thought that velocity button was doing something else. I might be doing something a little redundant here, but I'm just trying to make this build a little more interesting. Hold on. That's kind of cool. They're like stuttering. I kind of like that reverb kind of gating with the main envelope. It's definitely interesting to try to play around with the same chords, but with slightly different sound design. It definitely like changes the vibe significantly. I don't mind the like more legato sustained lead, but I don't know. Oh. Nah, whatever. I think there's gonna be some cool combination of like maybe some kind of stutter lead like that, and the more sustained one. It's almost like a transgate on the lead. Let's fix this. This is sounding a little rough. I actually kind of like it maybe simple the first time. Okay, also there's some pretty weird low-end stuff going on. Definitely don't like this vocoder thing too much up until the very last little do it phrase. Maybe we can mess with this a little bit. Just throw a frequency shifter on there. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's called shifter. I keep forgetting. That should be my faves too. I love this thing. I'm kind of curious about something. Trying to I think I can create some little stutter moments in there to make it a little more interesting. Right now, it's really just a legato lead over some detuned saw chords. So, I'm trying to see where the little stutters could pop in. Dun 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 dun. That'll take some work to figure out. Anyways, I kind of want to go back to that bridge section for a brief moment here. I was really enjoying jamming on that earlier. Hold on, let's back up just a tiny bit. It's kind of extra, but I was thinking about repeating that a couple times there for the second drop, but we'll see. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder, Art Nerd. I appreciate it. Cool. Honestly, I think to make sure I keep my perspective fresh and I'm like moving quickly, I might not like spend. If I'm running out of ideas, I'm just gonna switch over to another album track. I think that's the way. That's the way to do it. Is to keep taking advantage of whatever ideas, whenever ideas are flowing quickly for a song, I'll take advantage of it. Get it down. Move on to the next thing. And keep bouncing around. I am going to isolate this ending violin piece because that needs to be kind of EQ'd and processed in a particular way, I think, for this to sound good at the end. You know what? I actually hold on. Let's get rid of this. Let's bring maybe some of this Foley into the mix here. It's definitely like we might have to hide some of the imperfections from that take a little bit because it's certainly not it's not perfect. This sound from the intro could be nice to throw back in here at the end. Okay. Whoa. What? Let's see if any of the other layers could be a good addition here. It's definitely much better with multiple takes in there. When it's just one take. Okay, I think there's some minor progress happening here. I definitely think the old intro was not interesting. I think at the very least I know now that... I mean, this does not sound that great at all right now, but I just know that I want this intro to be a little bit more interesting. Could do just like a bunch of weird, glitchy, ethereal sounding stuff. Little laser zaps and bubbles and stuff like that. Just textural and rhythmic stuff in the intro. Dun, 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 dun. Almost hitting the 4-minute mark is nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. The album is going to be pretty long, but the nice thing is that, you know, there's going to be a lot of... None of the tracks on their own are an obnoxious length, so I think they can still be enjoyed individually outside of the context of the album. I'm kind of hoping to strike the right balance. There's a lot of balances I'm hoping to get right on this album, but we'll see.
Some things I won't regret, no, what I done in the sense.
Okay. Let's just render this version out real quick. Just so I kind of know where my progress is at. I don't mind that's a little bit rougher, and then we'll spend the last like 20 minutes of the stream moving on to another album track. I'll open that previous project up, and we'll take a look and see if there's anything that stands out that could use some TLC. Sounds sweet. Thank you, Perlian. I appreciate it. Folders are clean and crispy. Are they? I appreciate it. Do you mean like the organization, or my stuff feels pretty chaotic to me, but I keep telling myself I'm gonna spend like an afternoon organizing my stuff, but I think I'm gonna wait like a really deep organization day. But I think I'm gonna wait until I'm done with this album, and then I'm gonna do like a really thorough wipe of a bunch of unused project files and I just have an obnoxious amount of, I save like basically every project file, and I think it's, in a way it's good to have access to it, but it's going to feel so good to delete all of the different versions, and I think I need to find a new organization method. The tags, I really got to get into the Ableton tags. I keep forgetting that came out. And I love the idea of going through and like tagging sample packs with certain characteristics. But anyways, okay, let's go back to the album playlist, save this, and see if there's anything we can work briefly on before the end of the stream. Damn, what is going on here? What's up, Avocado? Let's see. So I think there's a synth that I want to put in that intro for Forgery. It's this one. I mean, it's basically just like a really soft, noisy sign, but I'm just gonna steal it from that particular project file. 11/13/2025. 11/13/2025. I don't think we need to save. I'm gonna steal that and put it in Forgery in the intro. Oh yeah, this one I actually made from scratch. I do like this. It's very simple, but it's nice. So let's copy that into Forgery. Might take a second to load. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of unused sound design in here. Maybe we should delete this, make some room. Where's the automation for this mix? I'm going to delete that. Well, actually, let's go like this. Let's add, there we go. But I don't know if we'll layer this with the piano. It could sound good. Let's try it.
Tried on so many faces, new one for each situation. Don't seem to mind all the changes, but it's causing a little confusion. Maybe it's all catching up to me, 'cause I don't think I know who I should be. So make room for who I'm becoming. Is it a fool?
Ooh, I do like that fill at the end. Let's get that synth in there. It's not mixed properly yet, but I like the vibe. Where did it go? Sweet. Okay, that's it. Just throw a Pro Q on here real quick. Some of that low end is a bit intense at the moment. So let's, where are we? Yeah. Damn it. I gotta get that right. Yo, what's up, Avocado? Thank you for gifting that sub to Perillian. Okay, one more try here. I gotta redeem myself. I was trying to think about what voicing to use. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Tried on so many faces, new one for each situation. Don't seem to mind all the changes, but it's causing a little confusion. Maybe it's all catching up to me, 'cause I don't think I know who I should be. So make room for who I'm becoming.
I didn't get the ending right. Everything else was sounding pretty good. Let's just re-record that. Oh, shit. Nice, okay.
Is it a forgery, an imitation? Is it a copy, a replication?
Let's go like this. Whoops. The hell? Why does that sound like a Minecraft sound? I haven't played Minecraft in a while, but it sounds like you'd hear. Sounds like something you would hear in Minecraft. Maybe like a. Like a wood tool. Oh, redstone automation. I don't know. It's a nice rim shot though. Let me get the turnaround on the piano as well. I don't think I want the kick in there because that's gonna create side chaining that I don't want. Something like that. Okay. Nah. I don't think it needs to be anything too crazy here. Still getting started in the song. Okay, that's probably good enough for now. What's going on there? I mean, that sounds good, but something in there is conflicting. Oh, it's these things. Oh my gosh. Or... yeah. I'm gonna get rid of the low end from this. I love the higher octaves. What did I just do? There we go. Should be good now. Let me save this because I just realized that little stutter lead variation. I don't know exactly. I don't want to recreate that, but I do want to take it from head first, and I want to try to throw it in here because I'm picturing it potentially working really cool in this like post drop area. That fill is so cool. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Grazie, grazie. All right, where's that thing? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme. No, it's not up there. It's not that. I think it's this. Yeah. Okay. Don't save. We're just copying this over into Forgery real quick. Oh, quick reminder, y'all. I'm just gonna throw this out here. I don't know if you all celebrate Thanksgiving. I will be with the fam and most likely in a food coma for like 50% of Thursday. So it won't be a normal stream. I mentioned this on Friday as well, but to make up for it, we're just gonna have a long we're just gonna do a longer Friday session. So I'm excited to just do like 3 hours of listening to and giving feedback to songs. I think it sounds like a really good time. And you know what? If we run out of people submitting stuff, actually, I don't know if I can do that. I was thinking like we could listen to new tracks together, because I was doing some deep diving on SoundCloud and finding some cool stuff. I miss doing that, and it was giving me a lot of inspiration. But I don't think I can do that on stream, right? We'll get DMCA'd. Yo, what's going on, El Giampi? Hey, Haywyre, do you think it's worth getting Decapitator with a Black Friday discount? You know, I don't personally use Decapitator, so I'm probably not the best person to ask for that. I use a lot of other distortion plugins. But yeah, I use like Saturn, Trash, Serum Effects, that kind of stuff. Maybe Saturator and Ableton. So yeah, sorry I can't help you there.
Tried on so many faces, new one for each situation.
Wait a minute, why is this I was like, synth we have put in is just not playing anything. There we go.
Tried on so many faces.
So I'm gonna quickly automate the pitch bend here. Might be a bit much, but
Tried on so many faces, new one for each situation. Don't seem to mind all the changes, but it's causing a little.
so let's go back to the drop and look at this post-drop section.
Somebody else, somebody else. Stop pretending being somebody else.
Okay, it's super quiet, but I actually think that could be a little bit more interesting than just a lead sitting on top. Kind of hard to play. I'm gonna try to record it here. It's a little sloppy, but we got the general idea down.
Tried on so many faces.
Okay.
New one for each situation. Don't seem to mind all the changes, but can stop pretending being somebody else. Somebody else.
Once I get the mix right on this, I think it's gonna sound really good, actually. I'm pretty excited about that.
Is it a forgery, an imitation? Is it a copy, a replication? Is it just counterfeit, a simulation? Can stop pretending being somebody else. Is it a forgery, an imitation? Is it a copy, a replication? Is it just counterfeit, a simulation? Can stop pretending being somebody else.
You like it slightly unquantized? Yeah, for sure. It just depends on the elements and the style of the song. Something like this is definitely a little more on the nose. It's kind of like a housey EDM-ish track, so I don't mind doing a decent amount of quantization. But yeah, it just depends. I mean, yeah, it just depends on the track, I think. Maybe we switch up the rhythm here to something else and not just continue the 4 to the floor vibe. Maybe some kind of like breakbeat thing. Damn, it's already 4. I might have to wrap up here. Let's see. Are there any is there any like breakbeat stuff in the Cone Sound acoustic design thing? Yeah. It's close enough, I think. Tempo, we could just quickly see. Not that one. It's crazy how different the song sounds just by changing one like category of elements like that. Totally different vibe. interesting. It actually doesn't sound terrible when they're together. I like hearing like the ghost notes from the snare. I'm kind of curious. I'm just gonna try one more thing here before I start wrapping up. I'm gonna grab compactor, and what if we take the audio from that main kit under percussion and
Tried on so many faces, new one for each situation. Don't seem to mind all the change. Tried on so tried on so many faces, new one for each situation. Don't seem to mind all the changes, but it's causing the little confusion.
oh, I did not mean to do that. Compactor is so cool, y'all. I know I'm like always talking about it. I'm obnoxious about it, but
Tried on so many faces.
it's interesting. I'm gonna leave it there for now. I'm gonna save this and wrap it up for today. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I had a good time. So just a final heads up, the stream schedule for next week will be slightly different because of Thanksgiving. So we'll do Tuesday, same time, 1 to 4 p.m. CDT. And then Thursday, I'll take off for Thanksgiving. Friday, we'll do a longer stream. Why don't we do 1 to 4 p.m. Friday, and we'll just see, who tunes in. If we run out of submissions to critique and give feedback on for Feedback Fridays, then I'll just probably switch back to working on the album stuff, to be honest. So we'll do that, and then yeah, moving on from there, it'll just be same old, same old. Got me thinking about Christmas, though. Maybe I should do something, a special Christmas stream. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but my dad is in town. I was thinking about convincing him to say hi to the stream. I feel like he would be really awkward and wouldn't know exactly what to say, but I might try to convince him to come say hi to you guys. Album tracks are so pog. Thank you. Appreciate it. Super excited to see where it goes. Thanks. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's it for me for today, y'all. I will see you on Tuesday. Peace out.
Do you hear what I hear? Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share? Do you hear what I hear? Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share?
I care. Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share?